Well, this afternoon we want to talk about what it means to feel trapped in your job. What it means to feel trapped in your job.
Okay. What it means to feel trapped in your job.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm trapped in my job. I'm enjoying the job. Maybe there will be some challenges here and there, which is something that is in life. You cannot do away with that. What is wrong with that?
Yeah. Well, and this is exactly what the show is about. What does it really mean, and why people use the terminology trapped, because primarily it's a financial worry, which is why they feel like they can't leave because the money won't come in or they've got these commitments, etc. But this came about as I recently published the title of my upcoming speech, and it's called How Unicorns Wind Up in Straitjackets. How Unicorns Wind Up in Straitjackets. And this is the feeling of being trapped. You've got all of these talent and all of these skills, and you feel that you can't use them or you can't leave to be even have the opportunity to use them. And a symptom of that would be because you're bored and unchallenged in your job, but you don't feel like quitting is an option for you. And as we said, because there's money worries, you've got dependents, you've got financial responsibilities that you need to take care of. And then, of course, you dread going to work on Monday. The day feels incredibly long, and you just feel stuck there. You can't leave because then you're afraid that you might not get the same amount of money. You've already invested X amount of years into this career. What else are you going to do, etc. And how people feel in this sort of situation, they really want to be rewarded for their work, but you feel trapped, and there's a lack of freedom, and you really resent that. Okay, so what you really want to do is find inspiration out of work. If you really have responsibilities that you can't get rid of, then it's actually neutralizing that situation at work so that you're bringing some joy back into your life. And this is where you're perhaps doing more hobbies, spending time on hobbies with your family, friends, things that energize you. And also more importantly, seeing if you can cut down on those financial dependencies so that you feel like you can move and you have options. We all like options. You don't necessarily have to move and change your job, but it'd be nice to have the option to do that. Mm-hmm. And having the option comes from not feeling trapped because you've got all of this stuff to pay for. And it's a vicious cycle, you see, because you're unhappy at work, therefore you spend more time and more money on luxuries to make you feel better. You might treat yourself to a nice bag, you might go out on the weekend, people book vacations just to get away for a bit and spend more time on luxuries just to get away from the uncomfortable situation in the first place. And therefore you can't afford that luxury life and you can't afford to quit. It's one of those things that I see a lot of people struggle with, and they don't even know they're doing it, They just think, oh, I work so hard, I have to treat myself. And then that becomes every weekend, every day, after work, And then you're really trapped because you don't even have the money to be able to leave the job or to find something else that's suitable.
Wow. Listeners, Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, Carrier 101, no other one but her HRH herself, Linda Palian, our HRH, who can be your cheerleader with us this afternoon, and what it means to be trapped in your job, to feel trapped in your job. Okay, so you've actually just analyzed a few points, what makes people, get themselves trapped in. Mm-hmm. Now, if someone is listening to us, now they want to treat themselves from time to time. Mm-hmm. However, maybe you're looking at their ranking in that particular establishment, they virtually hit. I mean, the highest point that they can go. Now, what would be the advice that you give to somebody like that?
Okay, so there's a saying that says if you walk into the room and you're the smartest person in the room, find a different room. If you walk into a room and you're the smartest person in the room, find a different room. Many people do this. We work so hard and we get to a level where we're comfortable and we've got the responsibility and the promotion and the status, and we're now at the top. But we know that human beings like it when they're growing. We thrive when we're growing, we're learning new things and there's new challenges. So if you can deal with every challenge and if you've reached the ceiling, then it's time to move on. Whether it's creating another opportunity, taking on a different task, because sometimes maybe it's your business, and it's not as easy as just swapping careers. But whether it's adding on a new venture to it, exploring a different aspect of it, if you've been responsible for maybe the marketing, maybe looking at the finances now, just to challenge yourself, learn some new skills, grow, develop. That really will help you not feel like you've reached a glass ceiling and there's nowhere else to go. And of course, if you're working for someone, it's easy to talk to them about how you're feeling, what sort of developmental opportunities are there, and how you would benefit from it.
Okay, listen to Star Radio UK. I don't know, Frank is there.
I'm
listening.
just enjoying it.
Okay.
Let her continue. I'm just enjoying it.
Okay.
I'm
now,
watching you, Frank.
You didn't talk about boredom or on challenge. I mean, so somebody finds themselves in such a situation, virtually they've hit the ceiling, where they are. Now, they want to maybe move out. If it's not their own business, such that, but they want to move out to others, maybe another sector where they will feel more challenged. Even as you said that when you are in the room and you are the only, the smartest person, then you have to look for another room to go to. So they are thinking of going to another room.
Yeah.
Now, what steps do they have to take? Because they feel trapped, and if you jump up, it will be like from frying pan to fire. Because you don't do your research very well, you think, they are suffocating me. What? Let me just get on with it, and you get on with it, and you find yourself somewhere. You'll be a prodigal son, but this time around, there'll be no home for you.
Yes, and you've hit the nail on the head. Rash decisions never work, Well, actually, let's rephrase it, because I believe you should decide quickly, but you should decide given as much information as you can gather and then make an informed decision. And as you said, you really want to establish what is it that's making me unhappy. So the first thing to do is make a list, assess the situation. What am I unhappy with? Equally, what am I happy with that I want more of? Okay, because you don't want to just jump into another organization and realize, it's the same situation, just a different environment, So what do I want more of? Growth opportunities. What does growth look like? A lot of people, especially in my accountability group, a lot of people say to me, I want to grow. Well, what does growth look like? Does it mean that you get more responsibilities? Does it mean you get different responsibilities? Does it mean you work with a different stakeholder, client or back office? Really just figure out what would mean growth. What's the ideal situation for you? And then once you've taken stock of what you like and what you don't like and you're trying to avoid in your next role, it's so much easier then to then find an opportunity that checks the boxes that you've defined for yourself. So that would be the first step. Do a SWOT analysis. A pros and cons, a like and dislike, whatever you want to call it, of what you like in this current role, what you don't like, what you want more of, what you want less of. And then only then can you then establish what your next move is. And of course, your non-negotiables and negotiables. What would it take to make me to move? So for example, if you... And this is a common example. You don't necessarily have to take a pay cut, but most people think that when they're changing jobs, it comes with a pay cut. Well, are you comfortable with that? And if not, what's the minimum that you would take to move? what will it take to check the box and say, I'm definitely doing this? Because you really want to take decisions with certainty.
Yeah. Wow. Listen, Star Radio UK. So what do you think is making you unhappy, or what do you think is challenging you that you want to have more? I mean, make a list of all that. But again, another question that is coming is now, can somebody branch out from whatever? I mean, maybe let's say I'm in the media now. Now I want to branch out entirely from that to another industry altogether.
Yeah.
How easy will somebody who feels bored or trapped in such an environment? How easy would that person? How easy will it be for that person to branch out to a different trade or industry altogether?
And I love this question. It's much easier than you think it is. And most people stay in their current field or industry because they look at what let's describe for this purpose as sunk costs. I spent 10 years in this industry, 5 years in this industry. I have a degree in this industry. Therefore, as much as I'm unhappy, I'm going to stay there. It's madness. You obviously don't have to start from the bottom, but you can use those transferable skills. You know, there's a lot of skills that are applicable across the board, because in any business, in any industry, you're dealing with people. You're dealing with so you're dealing with communication. You might be dealing with attention to detail. You might be dealing with record and analytical skills. These are across the board, so it doesn't really matter what industry you're working in, as long as you can show evidence of these crucial, essential skills, and not even basic skills. I don't want to say they're basic. Now, if I was talking to a high school student, I would advise them to do critical thinking and all of these skill sets that are hard to come by, because you can teach the job in any industry. You can't teach these transferable skills such as critical thinking, communication, dealing, people management, dealing, conflict management, all of this stuff, change management. So really, you can apply those transferable skills from one industry to another. So it's much easier than you think. A lot of people are afraid to branch out and therefore don't do it. But if you want to get help, and you will do, I do this with my clients all the time, get someone who can show you exactly what transferable skills you've got and how you can use it in whatever industry you're going to.
But don't you think that people easily succumb to pressure? I mean, when it comes to every industry, there's pressure there, and some of them will be such that you think, and virtually in life, wherever you go to, I mean, you have such challenges there. So how do people prepare for such situations so that you just go in? I mean, you've not even built any rapport or goodwill for yourself in that particular firm that you've gone into, and the next moment, I'm bored. You want to jump out. So when we look at your CV, we don't see good. Why is this guy he's here 1 minute, the next moment he's there, the next moment he can't. Very capricious.
Yeah. I call it survival of the fittest. I think these industry. So what I always say, people should start with you. That is the bottom line. You know, you really have to commit to something and have an end goal, because when people don't have end goals and they're just being blown by the wind, they're just drifting from what pays more, or I don't like this person, or what the trend, and they don't have any goal in mind. So it's easy to give up. It's easy to get bored. It's easy to get lured into different industries. And you see this with network marketing or the get rich quick stuff. Not that I'm saying that network marketing is, but in this industry of, maybe I'll go and be a YouTuber, an influencer. Maybe I'll do network marketing. I'll go and do this. And that's because people really haven't sat down to think, what do I really want out of life? You know, what do I want out of my career? What would I be proud of to say I've contributed to? Because once you have that goal in front of you, it's easy to persevere, when things aren't going well. You know, sometimes it's madness how many times people persevere. I know someone who sent 150 applications just so they could have a 5-minute slot at an event.
Wow.
Right? And you think, well, why would anybody spend the time doing that? But they knew what they wanted and who they wanted to be in front of. So then it's easy to persevere, because as I was saying to my group, I'll do it or die. You know, they have this resolution of, I'm going to get there. And it's the same with your career. If you think, well, I really want to make a difference and I want to be a part of children's education, then as hard and as challenging as teaching is, you're going to persevere with that, you know. And when you get all the teenagers that are throwing chairs at you and come with their own complexities, it's easy because you can see the reward from it, or the future reward that you want to get for it. So it needs to be fulfilling for yourself. And when it is, it's so easy to persevere.
Wow.
No, it's a good education.
Listeners, that is HRH Linda Pallion, and that is Career 101. How do you feel? Or what do you have to do? Or what does it mean to be trapped in your job? Okay, that's what we looked at this afternoon. But let's go finally to Linda for her closing remarks and then her details, so that those who are listening to us, if you feel trapped in your jobs, I mean, no more you don't have the enthusiasm, you are bored, you are not challenged, and you think, but because of the money that I'm making, you haven't any challenge of the sort, then you can get in touch with her as well. And anything pertaining to your work, I mean, making sure that you're working in a very happy environment, you are not pursuing, putting your application on what you want to know more, get in touch with her. Linda, over to you.
Actually, before Linda.
Oh, sorry, Linda. Yes. Right.
We did make a promise last that there will be an official blog for Career 101. So if they go to our website now and they go to the blog section, they start. There are two sections: Star Blogs and other blogs. You click on Star Blogs, you say Career 101 as a blog over there, and we're working behind the scene to make sure everything that Linda has discussed is there, but they could get a lot of information about who Linda is and other stuff. Also, why? So we now have a full page for 101, Career 101, all the audios and podcasts who be going in there. So those who get it, they can check it out. And an extensive details and the biography, the background of Linda is also there. They can click through to her Facebook and other websites also. From starradiouk.com.
Okay, so that is how you can get in touch with her, through the Star Radio UK website and our app. But let's go to Linda herself. Linda, how do people get in touch with you?
I'm doing my happy dance. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait. I'm sitting in my office doing my happy dance. I can't wait to see this blog and of course direct a lot of people to it. So thank you so much for making that happen. If you want to get in touch with me directly, my name's Linda Pallion. You can find me at www.mycheerlinda.com, on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, at mycheerlinda. My Cheerlinda is spelled MyCheerlinda. MyCheerlinda. Yep, and I'll be happy to help you with everything career, mindset, lifestyle related.
Wow. Linda, let's say thank you very much for another brilliant time with you.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yes, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.
You too. Thank you both. Bye.
Right. Bye. Well, listeners.
Thank you guys for watching. This has been Career 101. We've been talking about what to do, what it means when you feel trapped in your job, what to do, and some of the things to explore before you decide to move or to change careers. And sometimes you don't have to, you just might have to look at the different elements of your work and do more of the things that energize you and less of the things that really grate on you. I've been Linda, my Cheerlinda. Thank you so much for joining me, and speak to you soon. Bye.